All of us should understand basically that the entire world is running on ruling of laws of karmas. The pains are nothing but they are payoff for uncleared sins and debts in the past life. If it is a curable pain, then it is surely a pardonable sin. But if it is an incurable or emotional pain like separations, failures, disease, or isolation, it is nothing but the payoff for unpardonable pain we have committed in the past. Or even there are some chances that either the God or the creation is testing you in your difficult times for a better glory and attainment. So just face it and cross it. The pains of which are physical in nature and which are generally visible, diagnosable, and curable. But how about those pains which are not at all visible but quite intolerable? And generally, these are the emotional or mental pains which needs an inner engineering to diagnose and cure. The sins are the one which you don't want others to commit with you, and sins are mainly categorized as the pardonable and unpardonable sins. The categorization of sins will change according to the religion, place, and time. In Hinduism, there are 6 deadly sins, that is kama, the lust, krodha, the anger, lobha, the greed, moha, the gluttony, mada, the pride, and matsara, the envy. The unpardonable sins are those which are very heinous, inhuman, and which are against both creation and the God Himself. And these unpardonable sins will not have either confession or penance. For example, betrayal, raping, and killing, and so on. Why is it a sin if I steal wealth from a rich man? How can it be a sin? I killed a cow because I am a butcher. Why is it a sin if I divorce a couple because it's my profession? Who the hell is going to keep the accounts of sins meticulously? These are many questions which are rising in our noisy mind about pain and sins always in our life. Pain is like a receipt, but sins what we commit. But generally, for every sin we commit, we hunt for either justification or try to make someone else accountable or responsible for that. Let's basically understand little about both the sins and pains. During my ignorant days, whenever I committed sins or crimes in my life, I used to justify saying, thank God, no one has seen it. Or, what I had to do? I have stolen things because I am from a poor family, and so on. I always used to steal only eatables from my home, including from our rented houses in my colony due to hunger and my lust of taste in eating different foods. I used to love eating different tastes, that too on daily basis. Whenever I get an opportunity to get into someone's house, I used to trespass and steal the eatables. This was due to my poverty and limitations I faced. But I never ever realized that stealing is not a solution for poverty at all. But after me experiencing my transformation in my life, these small sins became very big pains in my life. And true to my self-realization, later on I could demolish them by searching my tenants, and I went and met each of those tenants, begged them for apology, and confessed myself. Because whenever I was stealing in the houses, they used to make either ignorant cats or the monkeys only responsible for the thefts. For the pains which is physical by nature, we can get rid of it just by the diagnosis and a medical cure. But for the emotional and mental pains, one need to have introspection or self-engineering, which is a long process. But as far as sins are concerned, there is no way to nullify the sins unless there is a process of confession, penance, and transformation. It's a long process where one need to have self-realization and has to follow the path of yoga, spirituality, devotion, transformation, salvation, and so on. The uncured pains, especially which are emotional and mental by nature, will create stress, depressions in the later stages, and it is better to clear them as early as possible in the life. But the sins are the one which will bloody chases even from this birth to the next birth, and so on until they are nullified and cleansed. There are two types of sins actually. One is sanchita karma, second is prarabdha karma. The first one is one which is accrued during our previous births and kept on heaping up, and the other one is what we are committing presently in this present life. These sins will create a block spot and make their registration and counting on the subtle body of all the human beings, and it will keep adding up more and more. If the block spots are too much, or if the subtle body becomes too shady enough, that stage is known as even the God cannot help him. Further, for all of us, it has to be repaid back along with the penalty or by penance to get them nullified totally. Because all these sins will rule the subtle body and the soul until they are cleansed. If not during this birth, then at least next birth or so on, they have to be cleansed. And these sins will rebound on us anytime in the future or even in next birth as a mysterious gigantic blow for which we will not be ready even to face them. It will be experienced in a very much unbearable and painful, which is explained as follows in our Manusmriti. Kugramavasa kulahina seva kubojhanam krodamukhi cha bharya putrascha murkho vidavacha putri vinagnanina sandahate shariram. Are you interested to know much about these sins and pains according to our Veda Gnan? Enroll today, the only seminar under the sun to certify you as Brahmajnani and makes you to experience complete life transformation. Charge your physical body scientifically, energize your mind to purity by spirituality, and experience complete transformation of your divine soul eternally. Charge, energize for transformation.